Welcome back to the Us versus Them channel. I'm your host Vince, and we're going to break down the next fight for the upcoming fight night we have this weekend. We got Salikhov versus Uros. Right now, Salikhov is sitting at a slight dog at plus 126, and Medic is at a slight favorite at minus 154. Before we get into the breakdown, if I can remind you guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all that shit. That just helps the channel grow, so we appreciate that. And with that, let's just get into the breakdown. When you look at some of the past fights, especially the most recent fights for Uros, you're going to see that he has a tendency to get knocked down in a lot of his fights. Not something he really showcased earlier or maybe in the middle of his career, but recently in his career, in his last 5 fights, he has shown that he has a tendency to get knocked down. In fact, in his last 5 fights, he got knocked down 3 times, by 3 different fighters, more than 3 times for sure. But the only times that he didn't get knocked down is when he fought Tim Means, and he knocked out Tim Means early in round 1. Tim Means just didn't have anything for him. And then the other time where he didn't get knocked down is when he fought Magdabek Oralbai. And Oralbai just came in with a grappling heavy approach like he normally does. So he really wasn't looking to do a lot of damage with the striking. So obviously, not looking to do any damage with the striking, he's not looking to get any knockdowns. So he didn't get knocked down in that fight either. So a guy who's just really old and doesn't have anything for him, and a grappler. Those are the only 2 guys that haven't knocked him down. Anybody that has any real resistance in the striking has proven that they can touch his chin and set him on the ground, including most recently Gilbert Urbina, which is just not really a good look. Medic has shown in the past that he can do really well with his kickboxing, primarily just his kicking in general. When he's at kicking range, he does tend to throw a lot of kicks, and it does tend to throw the rhythm off of his opponents. They can't really get in the rhythm of their striking and get their offense off. So there's a defensive component to that for sure. But once we get outside, or once we get beyond or inside of the kicking range, and we start to enter the boxing range, that's when it really starts to be kind of a roll of dice for Uros. Salikhov, like I said, he's got big power in his hands. He's got a nice right hook, or a nice right overhand. He's also got a nice right straight. And we've seen in the past that that's kind of the punch that Uros tends to not see coming. It's the right hand that he doesn't see coming that tends to set him down. Salikhov is the older fighter, but he's shown in the last couple fights that that just doesn't really seem to affect him that much. He's 41 years old, but he's riding a 2-fight knockout streak, and I think that he has real potential to extend that streak to a 3-fight knockout streak, and that's exactly what I'm predicting. Actually. So for my official prediction, I'm going to go with Salikhov by knockout. Right now, that prop is sitting at plus 195. With him being the slight underdog, I don't see a whole heck of a lot of value in that prop. But if I'm betting on anything on this fight, that's what I'm betting with. Uros by knockout is sitting at plus 105. I don't really see a whole lot of value in that for sure. But I do believe somebody's getting knocked out for sure. So it's going to be a really fun fight, and I'm really excited to watch this one. That's all I got for you guys in this breakdown. Stop by for the next one where I got Ismael Bonfim versus Chris Padilla. That fight is going to be sick. It's really close to a pick-and fight, but I see huge opportunities to make money. So stop by for that one. And that's all I got for you guys. So I'm the fuck out of here.